Hi, my name's Karen Ann. Welcome to KiChats. This week at Key Vitality International, we've been looking at the topic of insomnia. Now, on Monday, we looked at what insomnia was. And so for some people, it can mean that they physically find it difficult to fall asleep. Either their mind's racing or they just toss, turn, can't fall asleep. And when they do, it's a couple of hours and then they wake back up again. For other people, they fall asleep really, really quickly. However, they wake up during the night, never really reaching those full REM sleep. For some, it can be a combination of both. On Tuesday, we looked at what the contributing factors were for insomnia. So it could be if you're on any pharmaceutical medication, that it could have a contraindication of insomnia as a side effect. You could also be your diet. It could be, as we mentioned previously, like anxiety. Your mind is racing, so you're worried about what's happening in the future, or it could be that you're worried about something that's happened in the past and how you could have done it differently. Whichever way, when your mind's not in the present, that can contribute to insomnia. Today, we're going to be looking at your nutrition. So looking at the foods to avoid and foods that you can include to help you get a good night's sleep. So foods to avoid when it comes to insomnia are foods such as high sugar, high processed, heavily laden trans fatty acid foods. So foods that you think are nice as that midnight snack or to have for dessert probably aren't helping your ability to fall asleep. So that bowl of sticky date pudding with the ice cream after dinner, a couple of hours before you go to bed, probably are not helping. And if you're having that cup of coffee or a cup of tea with a couple of sugars in it as well, that's probably not helping you when it comes to falling asleep. So what are the foods that you should be eating to help you get a good night's sleep? Looking at foods that are high in calcium and magnesium and B6 are going to help you fall asleep as they have a tranquilizing effect. So seeds, nuts, root vegetables, and your green leafy vegetables all have good quality calcium, magnesium and B6 content, especially if they're organically grown and not got the chemicals and things, because chemicals and the toxins that come with that can also contribute to poor sleep. The other thing to avoid late at night is, as I've mentioned before, alcohol, caffeine, but also to avoid alcohol as well. So high concentrations of alcohol in the blood before we go to sleep actually don't allow us to fall into that deep REM sleep. They might bomb us out, but we're not actually getting into that deep REM sleep which we need in order to wake up feeling refreshed and restored. So hopefully these little tips have helped you figure out ways that you can refine your sleeping pattern. And the other thing too is don't eat too late at night. So if you're eating dinner or eating snacky things at 9, 10 o'clock at night, that's probably around about the time that you should actually be going to bed. So look at having your evening meal, if you can, around that 6, 7 o'clock time frame at night, so that you're leaving those few hours between the time that you've eaten and the time that you're about to lay down and go to rest, and trying to sleep at the same time every night and waking up at the same time every morning. And make sure that you're maintaining a certain amount of physical activity throughout the day, because that 30 minutes of activity, especially if it's in the morning, will actually help you get a better night's sleep. So this has been KiChats. I hope you found it helpful. Have a great day and we shall see you next week.